What's going on, everybody? TG here, and we got to talk about space today. I'm talking about SPC and I'm talking about ARKX, the Space Exploration of Innovative ETF. SPCE today was on fire, up over 27% after they had a successful test flight to the edge of space on Saturday, shooting the stock up huge today. Now, the stock has had some very, very bad news in the short term, which has caused the stock to go down from highs in February of about $60 a share, tumbling over 73% at one point, now only down about 50%. We had their chairman, Chapath, go ahead and dumping $200 million worth of his shares in the company. And then you also had a delay in one of the flights as well. It just seemed like bad luck kept hitting this. And then today it finally got its big break and the stock rallied. So, between, May 13th and today, the stock's up 75% in just a couple of days, which is crazy. So we're going to have to see what happens, where it goes. But, obviously right now it's up a lot. Even the space exploration ETF is up a little bit as well, called ARKX, another one of ARK's holdings. But this has a ton of different things in it. This has just so many things in this portfolio. So it's not as relevant, but it's a way to, get exposure to some of the space exploration, because the two other biggest ones in the sector are Blue Origin, which is Jeff Bezos's. If you go ahead and look at, Blue Origin, it's not publicly traded. Jeff Bezos owns it, and have no access to that. And the other, of course, is SpaceX, also not traded or publicly traded yet. They said they will be doing some sort of IPO in the near future whenever they become, more profitable. But as of right now, they do not. So your really only connection to space exploration is SPCE, a little bit of this, ARKX. And you could also consider like Boeing, maybe one, BA, not BABA. We love BABA, but it's taking a hit today. Boeing stock, because they make a lot of stuff like that, manufacturing of like airplanes, rockets, satellites, all that stuff like that, which is obviously used in space. So, the question becomes, is this a good investment? Should you hold on to this? Is commercializing space flight, something that's going to be huge, and, aiming to provide suborbital space flights to space tourists? Is that going to be something that's going to be big? As of right now, if you look at, fundamentals, the company hasn't. You can't look at that yet. They just lose money every single quarter. And they're probably never going to be profitable, or not never, probably not going to be profitable for a very long time. No one is traveling in space yet. It's not ready to. And, there would have to be so many liability issues that they have to sort out, waivers and, compliance, some other government entities and stuff, because it's extremely dangerous. I mean, anytime you go into space, it is extremely dangerous. So you have to be very, 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 very careful on that. But overall in the market, it's another day with the NASDAQ up nice 1.4%, S&P about up 1%, even the Dow up 0.5%, the VIX going down as well. All boding very well for SPCE to really take off a lot. If we would have saw this on a day where the market was down, you might not have seen the stock climb as much, but since it was up, it flew a lot. I'm expecting a little bit of a pullback tomorrow, just because it had such a massive run today. But overall, this is a really good company if you want to take that risk. Fundamentally speaking, I obviously cannot recommend it with a company having no prospects, no revenue, no profits, no nothing like that. Doesn't even bring in a cent of revenue yet. So obviously, it's going to be a while for this company to become profitable, but it's very, very forward looking into the future. Same as the ARKX space exploration. We have no real idea what that entails or what that holds, but you can get a good grasp on it, based on reading some articles and different things like that. But that's all we know. I mean, space is unknown. it's true, but I mean, it's a pre-revenue company. It's and they're one of the only players out there. They are one of the initial ones as well. They've been around for a while, and shares have kind of not really done too much. I mean, 2017 to now, it's gone up decently, but it was struggling a little bit in 2019, but has really rallied, since then, especially in February, this thing was on freaking fire, hitting 62.80 at one point. So obviously it has a lot of room to go on the upside, but in the short term, it could be very difficult, especially with inflation rates going up. Growth stocks tend to get hit extra hard. And this is a stock that doesn't have earnings, doesn't have revenue, doesn't have anything. So it's hard to justify it in a time of inflation, especially when rates are going up. And it costs a lot more extra money to borrow money. So that's something to look forward to, or look out for, I should say. But overall, a very great day for any investor who is holding this options or even shares on this. They made a fortune today. But always remember, guys, take profits before those profits become losses. Trim your position a little bit, play with house money if you have to, do stuff like that. I wanted to hedge myself today because I obviously had a good day in the market. So I bought a couple of UVXY calls to hedge myself. In case the market crashes a little bit tomorrow, I'll be able to make a little bit of money off that. I also sold a Leaps call on Apple. It pulled back some, so we're up a little bit on that. But just a way to hedge yourselves, in case markets pull back, which they usually do. Man, I apologize. I am so exhausted today, and it's been a long day. But I wanted to give you guys an update on this because a lot of people in the Discord, are asking like, what's going on with the stock, and should I buy the stock here? And I never urge people or never suggest people to buy a stock after it goes up over 25% in one day. I always say wait for a pullback, because there's always a pullback. There's always a little bit of a pullback no matter what when you have a move that big on the upside. So it's something to look forward to. If you want to be able to get in on this stock, wait. I'd say I think it could be promising in the future, but you're going to have to be willing to take a lot of volatility, and you're going to have to be willing to take a lot of hits as well. Because there could be a lot of things like that. Insider selling is a big thing, as we've seen with Chapman, who dumped all his in March. And we've seen that. He dumped hard everything he had. So you got to be careful about that, because insiders need money. They want to cash out, and you can't blame them sometimes. So that stuff happens. But watch it closely. That's all I'm saying. Watch it very closely, and play it smart. Play with house money if you have to. But overall, guys, pretty decent day in the market. Expecting more volatility. I'm expecting the VIX to go back up. It was down a lot today, but I expect that to continue to go up a little bit more as we head into more uncertain times in the economy and the market. So, anyways, guys, have a wonderful, wonderful day. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. It means a ton to me, and I will go ahead and catch you guys in the next video. So, let me know your thoughts on SPCE and ARKX and just the entire space exploration sector. And I'll go ahead and talk to you guys next video. So take it easy, guys. Bye-bye.